Welcome back, guys, to another Gentleman's Corner Fantastic Friday. My name is David. Today I am smoking a Missouri Meerschaum. I believe this is the Pony or Pony Express, something along those lines. As you know, I have recently returned from Missouri, and I'll get to that later in the video, but really quickly, on yesterday's video, one of you mentioned in the comments, in fact, it was my Stogie Place that brought this up, whether or not I had bought a Missouri Meerschaum pipe while I was in Missouri, because, hello, I was in Missouri. Well, the fact is, yes, I did. In fact, I visited a local tobacco shop, and that'll come later in the video. But I just wanted to show you real quickly the two pipes that I bought. I bought this little guy, which is the Missouri Meerschaum, I guess it's the Pony. And I bought a second one that is a much smaller bowl. I've been experimenting with different sizes of pipe bowl. And that particular Missouri Meerschaum seemed like the best way to do it. Now, today I'm also smoking a tobacco that I bought while I was at said pipe shop, and that is the Something Good Bulk Blend from Just For Him Tobacco in Springfield, Missouri. And I'll get to all of that later on in the video. By the way, you may be noticing my microphone is kind of being a little funky. I've got a wind that is coming directly onto me, and although the wind cap on this thing is good, it is not perfect. So just bear with me. This is the only time that I could find to film this video. But let's go ahead and get started. I have a list today of things that I would like to talk about. First of all, the tobacco review for next week is going to be Cult Abacus. Again, I addressed that in the video yesterday, that because Drew Estate is no longer producing pipe tobacco, I decided that I was going to review a tobacco that is readily accessible and available, and that happens to be Cult Abacus, which is one of my favorite aromatic blends from the Cult line. Good news also. The Gentleman's Corner Instagram is closing in on 200 followers. I think we're at 180 something followers right now. So that's fantastic news. We're so glad that, or I'm so glad that you've decided to follow that channel. I have a lot of fun posting on Instagram. So, and the Twitter account is slowly getting there. Sort of like me, Twitter is just really not my thing. I don't necessarily understand it. But I thought I would give another avenue for people to get in touch with me. Now, regarding YouTube, this channel is really getting some steam. We've only been up for, what is it now, a month and a half, something like that. And this channel is already closing in on 70 subscribers. I think we're at 65 right now. So that's fantastic news. I'm so glad that y'all have decided to hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate your all's viewership and your patronage, and your views and your comments and everything. So I really appreciate that. Getting back to last week's Fantastic Friday, there was a lot of debate going on about the pipes and cigars debate. I had asked whether or not people would like a vintage cigar versus a vintage pipe. And there were a lot of comments, both on Instagram and YouTube, concerning the desire to clarify what it is I meant by a vintage pipe versus a vintage cigar. And I'll explain to you kind of what the debate was. The debate was that there were some people saying I should not be comparing a vintage cigar with a vintage pipe, because a pipe is the vehicle to smoke the tobacco that is in it, whereas a cigar is the actual tobacco itself. So the comment was that a more accurate comparison would have been between a vintage well-aged cigar and a well-cellared pipe tobacco. There were other people saying that if I was going to compare vehicles, I should compare, in terms of investment, I should compare vintage pipes with vintage humidors. And so this debate went on and on and on, and I didn't really get into it because I'm kind of the one who sparked it. So I didn't get into it, but a lot of people did. This wind is really going to kill my vibe very, very quickly. Okay, sorry about that. My pipe went out because I was talking, and this wind is not allowing that lighter to stay lit. I may have to go get my Zippo if this keeps up. So anyway, there were some that were saying I should have compared cigars to well-aged pipe tobacco or a pipe to a humidor. Let me clarify what I was talking about and let me explain my thought process on it. Yes, I realize that a pipe is not the same as the tobacco that is being smoked in it. However, it is my argument that I would rather have a non-cellared fresh pipe tobacco in a vintage pipe that is well worn and broken in, that is in a much older briar, as opposed to a well-cellared pipe tobacco in a brand new pipe. And maybe brand new isn't the right word, but one that hasn't been smoked in a whole lot, that is a younger briar. And part of that is just the quality of manufacturing. People who are in the pipe community will talk about how some manufacturers, their production quality is not as good as it once was. And part of that is just the receding popularity of pipe smoking. People are trying to look to cut costs and cut corners, and sometimes that means the quality doesn't necessarily hold up. What it also means is that the briar that is being used to make these pipes is not aged to the same degree that it was 60 or 70 years ago. So what I was getting at was that I would prefer a well-aged pipe because it is going to have better smoking characteristics than a new pipe, and that imparts a characteristic into the tobacco that is being smoked in it that I prefer to have over a new pipe. So sorry about the confusion there, and I know it's still a little bit confusing. Mostly I just kind of wanted to spark a debate. I know it's something that a lot of people have opinions about, and I wanted to see your all's opinions, and boy did you deliver. So, as you know, I have just returned from Missouri. Specifically, I was in Springfield, Missouri, visiting family. And I wanted to go ahead and give a shout out to the tobacco store that I visited while I was in Missouri. The tobacco shop is called Just for Him, and it is located at 13334 Battlefield, Springfield, Missouri. And I will put a link into their Instagram page in the description box below so that you can go ahead and follow them. They do have an online store that you can buy from as well. While I was there, I went ahead and bought several different items. I was just going to show those to you really quickly. Those are the 2 pipes that I bought. The pipe tobacco, this is one of their house blends called Something Good. It is a mixed berry aromatic tobacco. I don't know the components, although I'm going to guess Virginia's and Black Cavendish, just based off of what I'm seeing in the package. The other item that I bought was a new umbrella. The umbrella that I have been using is going out on me. It is beginning to rip and leak. So I figured that I would get a new umbrella. And this was, I think, like $10, but it looks nice, it feels good in the hand, so I figured I'd give it a shot. The tobacco store, Just for Him, is a wonderful shop. If you're in Springfield, I highly recommend that you go and take a look at it. But real quickly, I just want to take you on like a 1-minute video tour of it that I filmed while I was there. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Hey guys, welcome back to Gentleman's Corner. My name is David. Today I am at Just for Him tobacco store in Springfield, Missouri. I just want to take you on just a kind of a quick walk around in here. It's a really, really neat place. They got everything you can imagine for gentlemen's essentials. They've got Zippo lighters, they've got hats, they've got a massive selection of hats back there. Great, great little place. If you're in Springfield, it's a wonderful place to come to. They got all sorts of crazy stuff in here. But the best part of this shop, I would have to say, is probably their humidor and their pipe tobacco selection. Let me take you in here really quickly. So this is the pipe tobacco area. As you can see, they've got a massive wall of pipes and massive selections of tobaccos. So just a great little place. If you're in Springfield, make sure that you stop by. But other than that, have a great day. Alrighty guys, well there you have it. There's your 1-minute tour of Just For Him. Again, great people, great knowledgeable staff. They had something like 300 pipes on hand that were good quality Briar pipes, along with the Missouri Meerschaum pipes, because of course you're in Missouri, so why wouldn't you sell them? And then their wall of tobacco had, I want to say, close to 60 or 70 bulk blends that were just lining the wall in jars. And it was, I'm from Texas, and we don't really have that down here, so that was really wonderful to see. Their humidor was a nice good size, a lot of good selection. I really didn't get into it in the video, but there's a lot of good selection for pipe tobacco and cigars and pipes, and the staff is just a wonderful group of people. So if you get the chance, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you drop by. Even if you're not looking for tobacco-related products, they have a great assortment of hats and shaving products, other little gentlemen's novelty gifts, things like globes, crazy playing cards, you know, all sorts of stuff. So I highly, highly recommend that you get there. So that's my review of Just For Him. And again, I'll put a link to their Instagram in the description box below. Go ahead and give them a follow. I'm currently following them, and I love seeing their posts, so go ahead and give them a follow. But anyway, let's get back. So on the channel for next week, be looking out for Cult Abacus as the tobacco review. I'm going to see, I've been trying to work on editing the video. It's already filmed, but I'm trying to work on editing the video for my first cigar review, and I'm still playing around with what I like and don't like, if I want to reshoot parts of it, which means I got to go buy another cigar, but that's fine. I don't really mind that. So, but look for that to be hopefully posting sometime next week. I know I've been saying that for a couple of weeks now. Things have been insanely busy. For those of you who haven't watched previous videos, I had a midterm and a final exam and a major deadline all within about 24 hours of each other that I was working on at the end of last week. And it just made life a whole heck of a lot crazier than it needed to be. But be looking out for the Cult Abacus review next week. Other than that, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you are having a fantastic Friday smoke wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. Other than that, if you've enjoyed this video or any of my other videos on YouTube, please hit that like button. And if you would, please hit that subscribe and notification button so that you get notified when new videos come up. If you would like to get in touch with me or get any up-to-date recent news on the channel, the best place to do that is on my Instagram page or my Twitter account, both of which I have a link to in the description box below. Other than that, my name is David. This has been Gentleman's Corner. I hope you are having a fantastic Friday, and other than that, have a great day.